Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name is Bob Waldron and welcome to another in-box review video. What we have for you today is the ADLERTAG, which is a limited edition kit by Eduard. It's in 1/48 scale and we've got those Bf-110 in here, which looking like a really cool kit. We've got some nice box art on there. Where is it? On the side we do have all of these markings. We've got, what's that, 3, 6, 9, 12 markings going on there with quite a few different versions. We've got that nice version with the 30mm cannon in there as well. So you know, quite nice. So let's take a look inside. Now first off, this kit is available on the Genesis Models website. It's up for £30 and 80, what did I write down, 87 pence, right? So nice bit off the RRP there. Let's just take a look inside. First off, we have the wing section, so we can really sort of take a look at the surface detail of this kit. Now this kit was a brand spanking new tool in 2007. This is a rebox of late 2020, and you know, I mean, the kit, even though it's a bit of their older ones from Eduard, still looking pretty damn good. If we bring you in real sort of close, what you can see is this was probably like the first generation of the absolutely lovely sublime surface detail that Eduard does. You can see it just here. You can see all these tiny little rivets all over the place just in this spot here, but you know, it's not all over the kit. You can see that, you know, it's not really around the kit that much, right? It's just, you know, you can see that little spot there which kind of shows they were sort of working on that kind of style. But as you can see, we've got lovely crisp recessed panel lines. They're going to take a wash, absolutely lovely. We've got recessed rivets there as well, and looking really sort of nice detail. Really feels like real nice smooth plastic as well. So moving along, we have all sorts of little bits and bobs on this sprue just here, things like propellers and whatnot. Nothing major to take note of. We do have a bit of like sort of detail inside the cockpit, one of the walls just here. We've got some wheels as well. They do come in two halves. We've got some tread detail there, as you can see, looking quite good. Little bit of flash on this kit. I mean, you can see a little bit just there on the propeller tip and the nose of the propeller just there, you know, little bits of flash, right? Kind of starting to show its age just a little bit, but it's not that bad in all honesty. We then do have this two sprues just here. One is a different version of the fuselage section, right, which isn't really much difference at all, so it's nice that they've put that in there. But again, you know, the surface detail is looking the same as the rest of the kit. Nice recessed panel lines, recessed rivets. As it goes over that 90-degree angle, we do still see the detail there. You know, it's not as if the recessed panel lines faded. It's not the best I've seen, but it's still damn good. But it's not faded, so we haven't got to worry too much about sort of rescribing. We've got a couple of nose sections just here, lots of different options, because we get to build so many different versions with this kit depending on your personal choice. We've got the big fuel tank as well underneath the fuselage if you wanted to do that version. Then we have probably best I kind of bring this one in just to show you. We have the second fuselage, right? Really there's not much difference in these. It's just this kind of little bit of a rib that goes all the way along there. I'm not honestly sure what that is, but that's really the only difference from what I can see. So it's nice that, you know, they give you like this option, and it's quite a big bit of plastic just there. What I also like is we've got quite a few options with this kit. So here is all our free fall bombs just on here, loads of different sizes, different bombs and everything. Nice big sprue there. I won't go into too much detail with that. Moving along, we have quite a few just here. We have this sprue here, lots and lots of little bits and bobs and everything. Again, I won't go into it too much, nothing majorly interesting, but lots and lots of little bits on there. Flash looking good, no ejector pin marks in nasty places. We then have bits of landing gear and stuff here, so hopefully you can see we've got some nice detail on the landing gear here, just here. Flash, not really that bad, but you might want to tidy up a little bit. We've got our rear wheel just here. That's looking pretty good as well. We've got two different versions. I'm not sure how that's going to build actually, because we've got one here and one there, but we'll see in the instructions. I also like this about this kit is they've thrown in this little bit of a diorama sprue, which is rather interesting because it is only £30.87. So to throw in what is 6 ground crew just here, as well as you can build a table, you can build a couple of free fall bombs and everything. And if we just have a little look, right here we have our faces. You can make out eyes, mouth, nose, a little bit of flash maybe, but they're not too bad. I wouldn't say they're the best, but they are looking pretty sort of good. You can see all the fabric and stuff with the actual miniatures, and some of them build with in different ways. All right, got some overalls on this guy just here. This is going to be the table with some legs just here. It's nice to add that little nice extra. So then we come to some of our canopy pieces, right? Again, you know, there's lots of different versions, so we're probably not going to use all of them, but let's just have a look. I'm just holding up to the light just to see. Maybe a minor little scuff here and there, you know, maybe the packaging could have just been a little bit better, but just having a look now, hopefully you can see they are looking rather nice and shiny, rather nice and well detailed. Lots and lots of panels to kind of do here, but luckily they do add some canopy masks, so you'll be thankful for that. But they're looking quite good. And then we've got some other little bits of canopy pieces. I won't go into too much detail just to speed things up. Moving along, here we have some extras. This is kind of like the limited edition side of things. We do have this absolutely lovely 30mm cannon in resin. Right, so hopefully you can see real sort of nice detail going on there, and then we've got the bottom bit, and this is supposed to go in here, and it just kind of like sticks out on the belly of the fuselage. Which should look really cool. In fact, they've probably gone overboard with the detail here, because I do believe it's only like this bit that ends up sticking out. Sorry, the barrel end just sticks out, and all this detail probably won't be seen, which is a little bit of a shame, but the detail's all there, as well as some other little bits and bobs in there. I think it's mainly for all the 30mm. Then we have our photo etch. So with our photo etch, hopefully as you can see just here, we have a nice load of photo etch pieces. You know, it's their nice updated ones where they have the glossed out instrument display panels, and we've got all sorts of seat belts and loads of detail just in there. But we flip this over and they go off and give us some more detail, which is probably going to be a lot of stuff to do with exterior detail. But I am noticing we've got little tiny baby spanners and screwdrivers and stuff, so that table you get with the diorama, you can put all that on there. Really nice touch. We do have the canopy masks, right? These canopy masks, no point getting them out, you can't really see them very well on camera, but we do have all those little panels for our canopies and stuff. We do have this, I'm assuming this may be some sort of an Eduard correction thing. Maybe they missed out these decals and they've had to do a little one just here to throw in there. Then we have all of our decals just here, which, you know, are by Eduard. They are looking rather good. You know, we have all the different sort of markings going on here, you know, the shark's teeth and everything. We've got a load more on the back, which is like the stencils and all that swastikas and stuff, right? But they do look good, and they're normally good from Eduard decal wise. So let's take a look at the instructions. So with the instructions, we've got a pretty sort of nice, lovely booklet just here, really sort of nice and glossy and good quality paper. We've got a pretty damn good description on the front and nice artwork, as well as inside we go into a lot more sort of detail about the Bf-110. And then we start with the instructions. Now, the instructions, you know, we do have like all that photo etch in there, so it gets a little bit complicated, but don't worry. I mean, there is, you know, we do have like our instrument display panels, say here on this sprue, which actually I did forget to show you. But you also get the blanked out version, so you can like glue your photo etch onto them. You can sort of choose, and just to sort of let you know, I mean, these were the engine cals, which again have lovely detail on there. Sorry, I've totally forgot to show you that sprue. But yeah, you know, you do have all the instructions which do sort of show you. It's nicely in color, so it sort of directs you into placing the pieces right. With this kit, because there's so many different marking options with so many different versions, you do sort of need to pick what it is you want to build first, right? Because you'll have things like this where it's going to say, you know, marking L only, you want to cut this bit off of the plastic. That is so you can get that 30mm cannon in there. So you really need to pick what you want to build first and make sure you look out for those marking options. But yeah, as you can see, the cockpit's going to go together pretty much sort of standard, but you know, there's going to be a lot in this. It's quite a big sort of cockpit for a model, and there's going to be lots of detail going on here, all sorts of MGs, you know, co-pilots and all sorts of photo etch going on in there. Lots and lots of detail. Probably spend quite a bit of time doing that. But then yes, you know, you bring your two fuselage halves together. And then it's pretty much going to be bring your two wing sections together, and then okay, you've got to do the engine bits, followed by you then glue your wing sections to the fuselage. So kind of a simple sort of design, but there is a bit more to it than that. As you can see here, we've got different sort of ways of building the nose section depending upon what weapons configuration you choose. So definitely make sure you pick your marking first, and then you put your nose section onto the fuselage. And then, as I say, you kind of bring your wing sections together, glue them to the fuselage, which looking at this, if it's a really good fit, you might be able, and this is a might, sometimes when you have this kind of like the wings glue into the fuselage, sometimes you can have a really good fit that you can actually spray your model and everything first, maybe to make the spraying a bit easier, and then glue your wings in after. But that's a maybe. You've got to have a damn good fit if you go about that, so make sure you test fit it first. Moving along, yes, we have all our landing gear. We have different 4 different types of exhausts put on here depending on your markings. Then we have our different types of canopies depending on, again, your markings. Then we have this whole section here, which is how to install the 30mm cannon. So, you know, take note of that as you're building along. Then we have also marking D, which is where we have the big fuel tank that goes underneath the fuselage, as well as we have marking K. That's the one where we get to put free fall bombs on the fuselage. And then we have our 6 ground crew, and it shows us how to build them, as well as, you know, nicely clearly marking out our stencils and where they go on the model, which it does look like we have stencils for the wheels as well, which some of you may like, as well as all the different canopies. Then we have the markings, which, as you know, there's 12 markings in total, so we'll just quickly sort of skip through these. Loads of different colors that we can sort of use, as well as different camo patterns and different styles. As you can see, just flicking through them really sort of quickly. Which version is it? There's one version here which is the where did it go now? There was it's this one, marking D. This is the one with the big fuel tank underneath the belly. Right, that was kind of a bit of a rare one, so you might want to do that one. We then have, where's it gone? There's a free fall bomb version somewhere just in here. This one here, marking K. Then you have marking L, which I think a lot of you are probably going to do with that 30mm cannon on there. But as you can see, quite a few different markers to choose from, and then we've got our stencils in the back. So actually this one's got quite a lot of detail to it, quite a lot of photo etch to it, quite a lot of different options and markings to it. You know, maybe a bit more of an intermediate modeler might want to tackle this, but really, you know, it might be 2007 when this was a new tool, but it's really still you know, looking like a really good new kit. You know, you get a lot for your money. £30.87 isn't a lot for a kit like this. You do get a lot of plastic. Really nice to see all that ground crew come in there with it, and all those decals as well. You know, so it's definitely going to be a big thumbs up here at Genesis Models for this kit. So hopefully you have enjoyed. So as always, until next time, my name is Bobby Waldron, this is Genesis Models, and I'll catch you in the next review.